The crypto miners took our GPUs. Another headline seen on a top tech YouTube channel. Just getting a little sick of these headlines. So we actually just addressed this, but basically what we're dealing with is some top tech YouTube channels basically villainizing crypto miners, GPU miners, and kind of in turn viewing cryptocurrency kind of like through a negative lens, right? The summary here is that I love gaming and I also love mining with all mining rigs, especially GPU mining rigs. I mean, just a snapshot from my video yesterday, you can see me with 20 rigs behind me, or excuse me, 20 GPUs behind me. And behind me, you'll notice about 20 graphics cards are mining right now, along with other crypto mining rigs. So today I'm going to touch on that video from TechLinked, which already has over 500,000 views on that video, which is just wild. And then we're going to look at Libra launching their own stablecoin. Ethereum 2.0 phase 0 is launching, kind of what that means, expected interest rates. I know we just recently touched on that, but I want to touch on it again because it's so critical. We're also going to be talking about GPU mining profitability. We're going to quickly run through the most profitable graphics cards for mining, also kind of in response to the whole crypto miners taking our GPUs, the whole thing. We're going to look at Uniswap, we're going to look at the prices, and we're going to look at Zort. But before we do all that, you know we're running 10 seconds of tails, the best Shiba Inu in the world, and our resident Dogecoin. So to preface this, I'm subscribed to TechLinked. I don't hate TechLinked or anything like that. But when you have just titles like this, and a lot of people, they live their lives title to title to title, so they may never even watch this video, but their takeaways: the crypto miners took my GPUs, why I can't get an RTX to play WoW in my mom's basement. Like, that's what they're thinking, man. And someone in a position basically of power or influence or popularity needs to step up and be like, hey, it's not really what's going on, man. And that's partially what I'm trying to do here, but I don't have 1 million subscribers. I've got 150,000, which is still really cool, and I'm pretty stoked to have that number to begin with.
Yes, they brought back the old villain Star Wars style, cryptocurrency miners.
But if you see in the actual clip, Linus doesn't just kind of build this up.
Some fans are furious at Nvidia, thinking that the new GPUs aren't in stock because they've all been bought up by miners. But unless my math is way off, that 175 million is only around 6% of the total 2.7 billion that Nvidia made in GPU sales during the third quarter of 2020.
But the video is still titled in this negative manner. And from a video that they posted from their WAN show on their main channel 2 days ago, they don't deny GPU mining profitability. Why wouldn't you want your people to participate in that?
Luke, why would they do this?
Yeah, I don't know. Especially because they're going to immediately, like you've talked about this on WAN Show before, making one of these GPUs is basically like printing money. Like, there's no question about whether or not it's going to sell.
Some of the irony here surrounding all of this is I posted my thread onto Bitcoin Talk, and basically in that video I'm defending GPU miners and GPU mining and crypto mining, right? And then someone in here doesn't even watch the video, and he just goes to try to obliterate me and tells me to get my facts together before like posting, and I'm out here, just being a rumor spreader, right? But then we have YRK 1957, a man of wisdom, okay? So he goes, easy there, buddy. Vosk cites the WAN show, which cites Tweaktown, which in turn cites Barron's, and Barron's is owned by Dow Jones. And, again, this whole news kind of revolves around Nvidia posts record Q3 earnings, sales of GPUs to crypto miners reaching 175 million, which that's a lot of money and that's a lot of GPUs, but that's not a ton in the grand scheme of just Nvidia, right? And so, like, are we really in like the next heyday of GPU mining? To be honest, not really. You have these graphics cards going for like $1,000. And I understand that that's partially due to scalping. Say, for example, with the 3080, right now its retail, I believe, is $700, and it's currently selling on eBay on average for like $900. You pay $900 for a graphics card that earns $2 a day after you pay a residential electric bill. Let's say you have a basic mining farm electric rate, which would be 5 cents per kilowatt hour. You're making $2.40 per day. which, long term, you have a very valuable sought after graphics card. You have resale here, at play, but it's a very aggressive play here. And also think, when they're buying in bulk, they're not paying MSRP, ladies and gentlemen, so it probably was a great play for them. And that's how free markets work, because whoever wants to buy stuff, if they show up with money and they make the right connection, they buy it. The end. Stop crying. Here's a really big important part though, like everyone's basing this around Ethereum mining, but Ethereum mining is actually on its way out. I say that with on its way out, we still probably have a couple years. So they have enough Ethereum in here staked to launch Ethereum 2.0. And when Ethereum 2.0 launches, and they can eventually, hopefully want to, right? It's from their point of view. I don't hope that they get rid of Ethereum mining, just to be clear. But they hope to get rid of Ethereum Phase 1, proof of work, GPU mineable, and also ASIC mineable, which is an application-specific integrated circuit miner. It's these purpose-built machines. They're actually better at Ethereum mining than graphics cards are, but they're hard to get because they're basically built in China, and they go to these big mining farms first. Kind of like that same issue we're dealing with Nvidia selling these graphics cards directly to big mining farms. Ironic, isn't it? We all lose. We all lose to the big whales. Anyway, the point here is that they have amassed enough Ethereum to do this, to launch phase 0, which is kind of the beginning of the end, but the end will take, potentially years here. Also, all of this Ethereum, which is basically 1 million Ethereum, and by the time it's done, it'll certainly be 1 million plus Ethereum, that this is a one-way street currently. They have not developed a way to send this Ethereum from Ethereum 2.0 back to Ethereum 1.0. Okay, so from a Ethereum holding point of view, this is like decreasing the liquidity by 1 million Ethereum, and people are buying more Ethereum literally just to have enough to stake here, because the minimum is 32 Ethereum to participate, unless you participate in some of the services that allow you to break it up and do a smaller stake. But the fact of the matter here is that I am actually very excited to be holding my Ethereum and not have it staked here, because a lot of these small factors are contributing to a price run up, but people are trading potential huge gains to earn 17% interest a year. Hey, if you're going long-term Ethereum and you want to have Ethereum in 10 years, that may be an awesome move. But since I do crypto day in, day out, I like to have my coins accessible and liquid, generally speaking. So currently you would earn 17% interest for staking your Ethereum, but we're definitely likely to see something more like 6% here in the, not so far future. To kind of round out how important Ethereum is for GPU mining, okay, is that the new issuance of Ethereum via mining every day, let's just take the last 24 hours, $7.62 million. Just so you take Bitcoin, the big OG cryptocurrency, right? And it's at an incredible price right now. And Ethereum has had, a surge in price recently as well, trailing Bitcoin, right? And it's actually outperformed over the last year, but whatever. So the point here is that we'll say $7.6 million is a lot of freaking money. Let's take some other GPU mineable coins on here. To be blunt, there's not really many, but there are some other options that are not on this list that we ran these numbers in a previous video. But we take Bitcoin Gold, which was trading for like $300 or something in the last bull run. It's at a whopping $9 right now. 24-hour issuance and not even 10 Gs. We're dealing with $7.6 million. And even if half of this daily issuance goes to ASIC miners and not GPU miners, we still have over $3 million of 24-hour issuance at play here with Ethereum. Ethereum is the backbone and everything when it comes to GPU mining as far as profitability goes. And if this behemoth leaves, is no longer GPU mineable, and we don't have projects to fill that void, which we currently don't and are not on track to have that replaced, GPU mining's done for. And all you crybaby gamers will be able to get a ton of GPUs super cheap. I'm talking like seriously flooding the market. In other recent news, Libra is planning to launch a dollar peg stablecoin. You're like, Libra, that Facebook currency thing? It's like, yeah, we haven't really heard much about Libra recently, but Libra, the Facebook-initiated stablecoin project that's been targeted continuously by lawmakers, might get off the ground as early as January 2021, albeit in a more limited format than the original multi-currency basket envisioned. So if Facebook actually gets us going and finds any sort of success, it's going to be a massive powerhouse. I mean, don't forget, whether you use Facebook or not, it's very popular and very relevant. Okay, and they have been under massive scrutiny because governments and lawmakers realize just how much influence and power Facebook has. So for better and worse, they are actually going to be a trailblazer when it comes to dealing with policymakers and regulations when it comes to cryptocurrency. So Uniswap, DeFi, we've talked about it a lot recently, and you may have been following that after Uniswap's liquidity program, basically where they were giving out a lot of Uni as part of their initial V2 launch and their token launching, a whole lot of liquidity dropped off that exchange. I mean, we're talking, all-time high of 3.36 billion per this chart, drops down to 1.6 billion. Okay, so a couple things of note here. $1.6 billion of liquidity is still insane, but that's a huge sell-off, or I shouldn't say sell-off, withdrawal, decrease from its high here, and that's what the incentives reduced. Either way, a lot of people are trying to frame it as DeFi as a fad, it's fading away. I don't think that to be true. It may change form a little bit, but DeFi, decentralized finance, is here to stay one way or another. It's basically just a part of crypto, decentralized, smart contracts. It's kind of like all the fun and exciting stuff that people have really been looking forward to with cryptocurrency. Speaking of that specific Uniswap token, Uni, it has found decent rebound in pricing kind of over the course of this taking place. So right now it's at $3.47, and more importantly here, it's up 37% in the last 30 days. We throw Bitcoin in the chart, and it's pretty relative, okay? And you're like, well, maybe I should just bought Bitcoin. Your performance would be about the same, which that's not bad. I mean, if this is up 30% and Uniswap can even just track that, that is good in the relative performance here as Uniswap continues to try to find their way in the ever-changing landscape of cryptocurrency. Keep in mind they're building Uniswap v3, and too much to talk about in today's video, but that could be a game changer for them, and it could really help bolster their price point. In full disclosure, I have some Uniswap tokens because I think you'd be foolish not to. And finally, I want to talk about today's video sponsor, Zort. They have a simple and secure quantitative trading platform. They claim to have a fully autonomous trading algorithm, and market capitalization strategies outperform even the best trading experts. That is what they claim. They will not tell me what hardware that their machines run on or too much about their AI program. Right? Well, it's a secret, and they claim it to be proprietary, and they also claim that it manages millions of dollars in funds. They claim it to have a neural net that makes complex trading decisions at lightning speeds, outperforming even the world's best humans. How do they do it? They calculate growth, quantum trading, power stabilization, and neural networks. What makes them different? They have different AI or artificial intelligence in here, and basically, it'll perform in different ways. They claim to focus all about profitability, and they also publish their trading signals once you join their platform. But how do you join their platform if you should want to do so? Well, speaking of those trading signals, you can basically get access to those for $250 a month. You get full access to the machine learning forecasts, and you'll get access to the real-time signals that are produced by this. However, there's no automated trading that takes place. Okay, so if you want to participate in automated trading, if you have a balance between $10,000 and $20,000, you can participate for $300 a month. Automated trading. So these are some of their recent trades, and you can see basically what they're doing here: sell signals, buy signals, and the profit they are targeting, or the profit per coin. Okay, so if you do end up going with them, you get this Telegram chat. It's updated in real time with their trades. Here is a snapshot of the 2 latest reviews and results that people posted in a different Zort Telegram group. And you can see that this guy, he realized a profit and loss today of 1.625 Ethereum, or about $880. I mean, that's cool. This guy is up 72% on his long. And a critical thing about this is, this isn't some BitConnect platform where you send your coins here and they give you say you're going to make X% a day per year or whatever. Okay, so they claim to have a security first design here. And the big deal here is that they use API keys. So basically your money can be on Coinbase Pro specifically, and it can never leave there, and they can just execute trades on Coinbase revolving around Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, or Bitcoin Cash. You can specify specific coins and outlaw or not allow other coins if you should like to do so. But the important factor here is that all the funds stay within the user's exchange account, where the users remain in full control of their own assets. If you have more questions about Zort, we go to link out in the video description below, or you can head over to their Telegram group where you can interact with the Zort team members as well as the Zort community members. So as always, guys, that is another video on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. I want to know your guys' thoughts on everything we talked about today. If you like this style of a little bit of news roundup, but also kind of focusing on a little bit of profitability, whether that comes in terms of mining or trading coins or DeFi or interest or whatever. So as always, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments. Hit the thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I'll see you on the next video.
When you let me, baby, let you see I'm shining.